TVATUSA viewers, andarki hello and welcome back to yet another awesome show of our talk show with the experts. Manato Mano expert Unnaru Rahul Reddy garu. Sir, thank you for joining us on this show today. We have
Thanks
an
for inviting Nitya garu.
explosive topic on track for today and Mata. But before we proceed with the topic, Rahul Reddy garu and his team at Reddy and Newman PC. It's a Houston-based firm on Mata. They have a team of 18 lawyers who are working round the clock to help with any immigration-related issues. So feel free to contact them as well if in case you need any consultation. So Rahul garu, again, welcome back on this show. It's always good to have you here.
Thanks, Nitya garu. One correction I want to tell you is that no consultations, no intake of our client, any new clients for the next 1 month for us.
Oh my God.
That's the reason I'm here to advise people what is better, what is things practically impossible to handle the things right now.
Oh my God.
As you know that in the October visa bulletin, it has moved. The problem with the movement is EB2 didn't move that much. It moved. I mean, it moved almost a year because it was May 1st of 2010 in 2012. Now, the filing charts right now has moved by 1 year EB2. That's good news. The problem here is that the EB3 has moved 5 years.
Wow. Yeah.
So normally EB2 normally people assume that EB2 is more advanced than that of the EB3. That assumption, we've been telling the assumption is wrong for many months actually.
True. How did this magic happen?
Right.
What should these people do? I know a lot of people are waiting to talk to you, but let's just quickly get your take on this one and then we'll dive right into questions.
So see, the general theory that people are under the assumption that the EB2 is going to be forward is a wrong theory. If you look at the history of the visa bulletin, at least from the past 1.5 years, EB3 has been more advanced than EB2 for Indian nationals.
Right.
Now, when you look into the Chinese nationals, though, from the preceding 6 years, most of the time, EB3 is more advanced than that of the EB2. But with Chinese nationals, it's switching back and forth, though. For Indian nationals from past 1 year, actually EB3 has been advanced. The demand for EB2 has been overwhelmingly high. Now, what is the dilemma for the people? For those people who are in EB2, whose priority date is current, which is May of 2011, obviously, my recommendation is that they should go and file the adjustment of status in EB2. Now the people between May of 2011 to December 31st of 2014. Now we are speaking about 2012, 2013, 2014, and part of 2011. Almost like 3 years and 6 months people. Most of them are in EB2. If they are in EB3, I strongly recommend them to file the adjustment of status in EB3. If they are in EB2, now the dilemma for them is that should they downgrade it and file the adjustment of status? What are the risks in downgrading it? There are a lot of myths, a lot of rumors though. I'm an experienced lawyer. I've been practicing law for 25 plus years now. I have seen this particularly in the case of these Chinese nationals. We have done so many times downgrading into EB2 to EB3 and filing an adjustment of status. Have we faced any problem? We didn't face any problem. It's like this, Nitya garu. How tough is it to downgrading? The simple method is that if you say that your brother he can climb 100 floors in 1 hour, and now we got it certified that he climbed 100 floors in 1 hour. Now you're coming back and telling me to prove that he can do 50 floors. He has done 50 floors in 1 hour.
Right.
Yeah, it's already certified. He has done 100 floors an hour. So certifying him, saying 50 floors, yes, he can do 50 floors is nothing wrong, nothing right. So a lot of people are hesitating and saying, what if I downgrade it and EB2 advances forward?
Right.
So that dilemma is that if it advances forward, though, there is one thing called You can keep both the priority dates active. There is nothing wrong in keeping both the priority date active. Just because you filed an EB3 doesn't mean that EB2 is dead.
Okay.
However, though, if you guys get married to EB3, then it's going to be tough for you to get back to EB2. What do you mean marriage? I will tell you though.
Yeah.
If you file an adjustment of status, it's still not a marriage yet though. It's still girlfriend and boyfriend relationship here. You guys are not married to EB3. When you use the EAD or advance parole, that comes with this adjustment of status.
Right.
That means that you are married to EB3. Now, then if you want to get rid of the EB3 though, you may have to do some extreme measures. It's going to be very tough to do it. But if you wanting to preserve your EB2 and wanting to not get married to EB3 at this point of time, you can file the adjustment of status and then not use the EAD and AP, and then later on decide if you want to use the EAD and AP.
Got it. Okay.
Wow. You want to go to the...
There's a lot of options that people have, but yeah, let's start taking the calls, Garu, so we sort of see the plethora of issues that people might be facing with all of these questions. All right, let's go on to our first caller.
And please, callers, all callers, please press *6 to unmute yourself once you are there.
All right. Hello, sir. Hello. Sir, please press *6 to unmute your line. This is for area code starting with 425. Hello.
Hello, madam.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
TV mute cheskuntara, please.
Yes, madam.
Thank you.
Hello.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
go ahead, please.
Yeah, Rahul garu, good evening, Andy. Bagunara, sir. Thanks, sir. Telugu వాళ్ళకి మీరు సపోర్ట్ చేసినందుకు.
Sure.
సార్ యాక్చువల్గా మా ఎంప్లాయర్ నాకు ఫర్మ్ ప్రాసెస్ చేశారు June 11th. బట్ కండిషన్ అంటే నా
June 11th of which
2020, sir. 2020.
Okay.
That is on my sixth year. But the thing is, my H1B stamped till November second week. But still I have 2 more months of unused H1B period. I have extended that H1B 2 months period as well. So the condition is here, while extension of during that period, can I extend once I get my I-140? Is it possible to go for I-140 using the second extension చేసుకోవచ్చా సార్ పెండింగ్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు?
While the first extension is pending, under the current circumstances, you can go for the second extension after your I-140 approval. Absolutely not a problem.
అంటే ఆ పెండింగ్ లో ఉన్నప్పుడు యూఎస్ఏ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ లో ఉంటారని ఎవరో చెప్పారు సార్.
No, sir. You can go for the extension. Absolutely no problem. You can always convert that into premium processing if you want to, and then file it too.
సార్ చేయాలనుకున్నాను సార్ నేను.
Yeah, that's better. Get it over with. Premium processing, getting over, and then file another extension. Okay? సార్ అదొకటి సార్. ఇంకొక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది సార్. సార్ యాక్చువల్గా మేనేజ్మెంట్ యాజ్ ఎ మేనేజర్ గా ఉన్నాను సార్ యాక్చువల్గా. బట్ కండిషన్ ఏంటంటే EB1 చేసే సిచ్యుయేషన్ లో రోల్ మ్యాచ్ కాలేదని చెప్పేసి EB2 ఫైల్ చేశారు. సో నెక్స్ట్ ఫర్దర్ EB2 నుంచి EB1 కి మనం పోర్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చా నా I-140 అయిపోయిన తర్వాత? You can port if you are qualified for the EB1C category. You can port even though you have an EB2 or EB3 approval. You can port if you are qualified. That's the main thing.
Yeah, qualified because I worked in India and as well as UK as well. As a technical manager.
There is a reason why they said you are not qualified, but that's the reason I'm putting the same condition back. If you are qualified, you can port from EB2 to EB3. Let's go to the next caller because there is a lot of burning issues other than this issue going on.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks for your time, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, Rahul. Thank you so much. We'll go to the next caller now. Hello, sir. Me area code 785 *6. Press change please to unmute.
But I'm reading while the person is star sixing. I'll read this one out. After getting an EAD, the question that is coming out is that once we file the adjustment of status, I'm seeing a lot of questions on YouTube answering them. Once you file, go ahead. The caller is on.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Please go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't realize. Okay. Thank you, sir. My question is, currently I'm eligible for EV3 downgrade. My priority date is December 2013. So as you said just now, before the start of the show, that if we don't end up, like if we get the EAD and if we don't start working on EAD and advanced parole, then I believe and let's say if after a couple of years, if the EB2 dates get correct, then I can still go back to EB2. Is that still correct?
That's right. That's right. You're right. You can apply the adjustment of status again for EB2. Absolutely not a problem.
So I'm trying to understand what the benefit of filing and paying for EAD right now and, not having to use it. Is that primarily because of, one leg here and one leg there?
One problem, it's becoming tougher to convince the Indian nationals is that somehow they are under the assumption that EB2 is better than EB3. I don't know. I am trying to tell them EB3 is not that bad, guys. It's not evil. Not only that, if you look into strategy-wise, though, you look into it, the number of people who are filing an EB2 is 95%. Somewhere between 90 to 95%. Only 5 to 10% of the people are filing an EB3. It's completely vacant. Nobody's using it. EB2 is well clogged up. So it's not that people are trying to preserve their EB2. I am not sure if I were you, I would do it. But if you want to preserve, so there's a euphoria in the Indian community. I want to preserve EB2. EB2 is better than EB3. For me, I just want my green card faster. That's number one. Number two, I want to be in adjustment of status. I don't care whether I get in EB2, EB1, or whatever it is.
Sure. Yeah. So one related question is
right now, get your foot in there, and then you can decide later on if you want to.
Sure. Even if we do that, let's say if I do that, then if I get the EAD and then if I continue working with the current employer for 6 months, after 6 months, if I make a switch to a different employer, I've seen in a very rare scenario that if some hiccup comes up in the GC processing, then the current new employer will take care of the problem, or do we have to go back asking help for the older employer?
Assuming that the I-140 for the downgrade is approved, though. When you say hiccup is coming up, what hiccup are we speaking about? If the company has submitted all the documents properly, you don't have to go back to the old company. The hiccup is that if the hiccup, what other hiccup are you thinking? Think of the hiccup.
No, well, any documentation. So I know that when I shift the employer after 6 months, after 6 months, I think when we switch on EAD, the newer company doesn't have to file anything at all, right? The I-140 or anything. Whatever was done was done first.
They don't have to file an I-140. They don't have to file a labor certification, but they have to file something called 485J supplement. It's a very simple and easy application. It's not like H-1B.
So it sounds like the first employer, whenever we file EAD, wait until 6 months and wait for the I-140 is approved. And then if I want to, I can shift to a different employer and continue working on EAD without issues.
Absolutely. That's the reason why I would recommend EAD and advanced parole, but it's up to you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks so much.
All right. Thank you, sir. Rahul, let's go to our next caller. Hello, sir. I think they're already on mute. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Jeopardy, please. Go ahead.
Rahul.
Yeah, go ahead, Jeopardy, sir.
We can hear you.
Hello, hi. Actually, this is regarding visiting visa extension and my parents. So I have a question. Actually, we have extended for first time extension.
So do you recommend us to extend the second time, because I'm only the son who need to take care of them because the situations are not good at India also.
I don't know about the, if you're the only son doesn't look to be a good reason for them to stay in the United States. The problem is that if they stay continuously for a long time, if they go outside the country, for them to come back, you're closing their chapter coming back into the United States.
Okay, so you don't recommend applying for the second extension?
I mean, if you're thinking that health-wise, it's very tough for them to travel, that makes
corona.
sense. But at the same time, you're sacrificing their future coming into the United States.
So after that, they are not allowed to come inside United States?
It's not that they should not come back in the next 2 years after they leave.
Oh, after next 2 years. So we got the fingerprints for the first extension. So it's just 2 days before it expires. So will they ask anything regarding our case when they go for fingerprints?
No, they won't ask anything when you go to the fingerprints.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for calling in. Rahul Garu, we have a lot of people waiting, so let's go on to our next caller. Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir. We can hear you. Please go ahead. Yeah, చెప్పండి, sir.
నాకు 2 questions ఉన్నాయండి. హలో రాహుల్ గారు. ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్,
చెప్పండి.
నేను ఇప్పుడు EB2 నాది April 30, 2022. So my employer has agreed to downgrade to EB3. But my question is, I am on a promo path, and most likely in the next 6 months I will be promoted. Promotion.
Okay.
Yeah, I will be promoted as a manager. So just want to understand, like, ఇది ప్రాసెస్ నడుస్తున్నప్పుడు మేనేజర్గా అయితే ఏమన్నా మళ్ళీ చేయాలా?
No. Typically, a manager is a natural progression job. So there is nothing, they don't have to do anything.
Okay. Second question, sir. ఇప్పుడు ఒకసారి EAD వచ్చిన తర్వాత, can I stop working and start my own company and work?
You're the main applicant. You cannot stop working until you get the green card, though. There are situations once your I-140 is approved and 6 months after you file the adjustment of status, once you get an EAD, you can move a different company, but you have to work in a similar circumstances, and the new company has to file a 485J supplement. But you can't just quit completely and then do restaurant management, or you can't do that. Okay?
But are we allowed to do like 2 jobs, and I plan to open my own business?
Yeah, once you cross the 6 months period, yeah, if you want to moonlight, I will call that as moonlight. I mean, you do the main job, but on the side you want to do something else, then you can do that. Now, having said, remember I was telling the other person though, once you use the EAD, that means you're married to EB3. Now you're stuck with the EB3. Okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, sir.
Last question, sir. Sorry.
Sir, I'm so sorry. We have about 55 people waiting on the call. So
okay, sir. Thank you very much for your service. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for calling us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So dear callers, while we appreciate having you on our show here, please do try and limit your questions to 1, especially on this episode, because I know a lot of people have, burning questions that they need answers to. So let's give everyone a shot at this. So please limit your questions to 1 question. Okay. All right. Let's go on to our next caller. Hello. Hello. Sir, please press star.
Yeah, hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi.
Go ahead, sir. Sir, me
Hello?
TV put cheskuntara, please.
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah. Hi Rahul. I'm Srinivas. Earlier I spoke with you regarding my daughter scenario. My priority date is the current in the 2010 May 17th. Actually, she's turning out in November 21. We are planning to apply the 485 now. Earlier we thought some scenario bridge application. I want to take your suggestion on that.
Let me explain. Here is a problem there. For the 21 years, the cutoff date should be final action date, not the filing dates. Since your priority date is May, you said May 17th,
17th, right? 2010. May 17th, 2010.
Okay. So it is actually not current according to the final action dates. So she should still go for the bridge application. She cannot marry to this application. You know why? Because according to the law, the Child Protective Act will only kick in if the final action date becomes current. I want you to go to the USA's website and then check it out on that.
Yes.
Or if I'm very busy right now. If you drop an email, I may try to do it, but I want you to still continue the bridge application though, even though you do this.
485 will file as well as you are asking to continue with the bridge application also.
Right.
Okay. And also one more quick question. My wife
just a quick request, sir. Today we're having a huge call volume, so we're limiting our questions.
Nothing, just straight. Only my wife's passport is expiring in 6 months. Is it okay to file the 485 now?
Absolutely not a problem. You can file it.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for understanding. All right, Rahul Garu. Next caller. Hello? Hello, sir. Please press *6 to unmute. I'm talking to the number with area code 201. All right, let's just go quickly to the next caller while we can come back to this person. Hello, sir. Please press *6 to unmute your line.
Let me read some questions while they do it in the YouTube. What do you suggest a person priority date May 31st, 2011? Should we downgrade to EB3? I'm not going to tell you what to do because it's not current for you right now. If I were you, I would downgrade and apply for the adjustment of status because you're May 11, 2011 you are. So it's not current for you. So I would, let's see, May 31st. So you missed by about 16 days. I would downgrade if I were you.
Okay, Rahul Garu. I think our caller is back on. Hello?
Sure.
Hi, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, sir.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Okay. Rahul, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you. Rahul, sir, we are in the situation with both me and my wife here on H1, and our priority date is in March 2014 and August 2014. And we both are in EB2. Well, if one of us go downgrade from EB2 to EB3, and let's say and in case, as you say, if we use the EAD, are we both now trapped in this EB3 or
kind of?
What's the case?
Kind of. The reason is that once you use the EAD, let's say, for example, your wife doesn't use the EAD. So she can file the adjustment of status, but your dependent filing will not be there. She can't file. You have to maintain the non-immigrant visa status.
Okay.
So it's, I mean, will you just have her file adjustment of status separately with you? Most probably not. So if you are going to get married, I would say that both of you guys get married to EB3 or both of you guys not get married to EB3. Don't just do one person though. Don't segregate yourself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, we were going to file it under both. My wife, even though she has in August, but I think her employer is willing to consider for EB3 downgrade. But the only thing is I was going to file as a dependent, and if we do that, then we both are now stuck in the EB3 category. And even though I have
not
EB2,
necessarily.
I cannot.
Not necessarily. As long as you don't use the EAD, you're not married to EB3.
Okay. Well, I've heard that while going back out of the country, if we do not want to use H-1B stamping, we can show the EAD.
It's not EAD, it's advanced parole, but then you're getting married to EB3 if you do that.
Oh, okay. Okay. So even though I have an H1 and I got an EAD, and I'm not even using the EAD, but if I go outside of country, I can still show that as advanced payroll, and that means that I'm still not on EB3 yet, right?
No, if you use that, you are on EB3.
Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Here is the thing, guys. I use the word marriage as a better word. The reason is that having a relationship is different. Getting married is different. I mean, you can break the relationship, but breaking the marriage is tough. Once you use the EAD or advanced parole, now you are married. So once you are married, to get rid of it, it's not easy.
Like in all cases. Yeah. All right, Rahul Garu. Let's go to our next caller. Hello, sir. Hello.
Let me read this while Shashi from YouTube is asking, do you need medicals to file the 485 application? Not needed at all. Medicals are not needed. Now, some lawyers are recommending to file it. I'm not telling that they're wrong, but you can file the adjustment of status of 485 without medicals.
Gotcha. All right. I think our caller is back on, Rahul Garu. Hello, sir.
Sure. Hi, ma'am. Hi, Rahul. So I have a question regarding my spouse. She's currently in India. So while downgrading from EB2 to EB3, while I file from a 485, 140 and EAD, can I file for her?
No. You cannot file adjustment of status if your wife is outside the country. Does she has a visa to come here?
No, she doesn't have the visa yet.
Yeah, you cannot file for her adjustment of status.
So when she comes here, while my 485 is processing, can I file at that time?
If the priority date at that point of time is fileable, and you know what that is, then you can add her. But if it backtracks like the way it did in 2007, like the way it did in 2012, if it goes back, then you cannot add her.
Oh, okay. So what do you suggest in this scenario? Like, what is the best course of action? Like, should I wait for the final action date to move, or should I file within October?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very tough question. Would you leave your wife and get a green card yourself? That doesn't. So, yeah, it's a tough question, though. I mean, I would still choose to file the adjustment of status. I'm not going to tell you what to do. The reason is that if she comes back and you don't file the adjustment of status, both of you have to maintain the legal status until the priority date becomes current. But if you file the adjustment of status and your wife comes and you maintain the status until she comes here, then only she has to maintain the legal status. You can get married to EB3. When I say married, you know what I mean, you know. So she can maintain the legal status. You don't have to maintain the legal status. So that burden will be taken off. That's what I would do if I were you.
Sure. Yeah, thanks for answering that. Yeah,
all right.
That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling in. Rahul Garu, let's go to our next caller. Hello. Sir, please press *6 to unmute your line. This is area code starting 480. All right, let's just quickly switch to another question on Facebook. This is from Reshma Pavaskar. She says, can you please let us know the different outcomes after filing 485 and 485J in EB2 in October of 2020, approval/RFE, then denial. What steps can be taken to avoid an RFE and denial?
RFE is a must for the 485 application though. The reason is that once you file the 485, it's going to backtrack. Once it backtracks, it goes back to more than 2 years. Your medicals are dead. Then you have to file the medicals again. Even if you don't file the medicals, they may issue an RFE on medicals. That's one thing. The second thing is that they always would like to check, do you still have a job offer with the same company or is it a different company? So RFE is a must though. There is nothing that you can do to avoid it.
Gotcha.
I'm reading one of the question that is coming out in the YouTube for us. Ram Gopal is asking, what are the options if the employer is not ready to downgrade? No options. You don't have any options. You cannot downgrade by yourself.
All right. Rahul Garu, I think our caller is back on. So let's just quickly switch gear to that. Hi.
Hello, Sir Rahul. Thank you for what you're doing. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, so my priority date for EB2 is April 2012. And if I choose to downgrade now, I should be filing 485 as well as EB3 reporting at the same time, right? So I think it's going to take 1 year for me to receive that. And what happens if in 4 months or 5 months my EB2 gets
why would it take? First thing is that the lawyers are strongly saying that not to file in premium processing. Absolutely, I'm one of the lawyers too. However, though, once you get the receipt notice, you can convert this into premium processing if you want to.
Yes.
And we have done it for many Chinese nationals, no problem with it. The reason why lawyers are suggesting not to do premium processing is what is happening is that when we file this application, the immigration is getting confused. There is no original labor certification. These people are filing with a copy of it. And they're summarily rejecting the entire application. So if they summarily reject the entire application, by the time we get the application, we pass October. And then the priority date backlogs, we can't file it. So that's the reason a lot of lawyers are telling, don't file in premium processing. But what I'm telling is that don't file in premium processing, but convert into premium processing. Now let me answer the other question.
From 4 years, and my full-time company is now filing my H-1B. It's under progress now. So should I ask them to stop it now? They are trying to convert me full-time. Because I have to file my...
Okay. Yeah. No, if I were you, I would not join the full-time job right now. Absolutely not.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Okay. And I'll tell them to hold off because I think they filed some DOL, all that stuff. So I think I will ask them to hold off and then I can let them know that... But how can I convince them that, they are telling me either to end the contract or join full-time? That's the pressure I'm having now from my full-time.
No, find another contract. Find another contract.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
With my 25 years of experience, though, I would say 25 years of experience, though, and a little bit more, though. The reason is that when I got the green card in 1996, though, I got the green card. If anybody was looking into look into the stats there. In 1996, I was an EB3 dependent. My wife is the main person. I got my green card in May of 2000 and 1996. In June, though, the priority date backlog for EB3. Believe me, it took a long time for those people to get a green card. And then we had some issue in 2001. There was some opening and closing in 2001. And then after 2001, the opening came up in 2007. And after 2007, the opening came out in 2012. And after 2012, the opening is coming up in 2020. So if you miss the boat of not filing the adjustment of status, it may take you a decade for you to get in the boat. If you are not convinced with my words, you can still file the adjustment of status. You can still file the adjustment of status and not get married to the adjustment of status by not using the EAD, and you can make a decision later on. Now, all these things I'm advising you, if I were you, I would do it. You know, the judgment calls can go wrong, but I'm just telling you history. 1996, 2001, 2007, 2012, 2020. So you miss this one, who knows? You may have to wait until 2030.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling in today. I hope that helped. All right, Rahul Garu, let's go to our next caller. Hello. Hello, sir. *6 to unmute. Your number is with the area code 408. All right, Rahul Garu, in the meantime, I have another question for you. This is from Divyanshu Agarwal. He says his priority date in EB2 is October 2011. Would you recommend to downgrade?
I am not going to, Nitya Garu, I don't want to commit myself in recommending people to do or not to do. I will only tell what I would do if I were him, is that I will definitely downgrade and file the adjustment of status. The reason I don't want to tell people is that these priority dates goes left and right. It's very hard to predict it.
Right.
Yeah, so I will just, if I were him, I would do it. That's what I would say. I'm not going to tell anything what he should do.
Right, that's true. But yeah, I think that's good. That's a good suggestion. We have another viewer who says, who's asking if he can take the date of birth certificate from the Indian consulate.
No, Indian consulate date of birth certificate is not acceptable. If you don't have a birth certificate, my recommendation is right now, just get 2 affidavits, okay? 2 affidavits from either India or here, affidavit of birth. And if you don't know how the format is, go to rnlawgroup.com, search for birth affidavit. We put a format there. You can just file the application with that thing. Indian consulate is not needed. I don't know, a lot of people get it. It's not acceptable according to the Foreign Affairs Manual though. So affidavits are easy to achieve.
All right, so Shyam Sundar Garu, if you're watching this, you don't need to go to the Indian consulate then. All right, Rahul Garu, let's get back to our caller here. Hello. Hello. Sir, please press *6 to mute. Hi, we can hear you now.
Okay. Am I allowed to ask a question?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, so I have a change of status file recently and got approved from H1 to H1 and starts from October. I just want to know if I'm allowed to go for stamping to Mexico or it should be only either India or Canada.
What is there right now? What happened? You said your H1B extension is approved?
No. My H1 just got approved. So this is my first H1 and I want to go for stamping.
You were not on H1B on June 24th of 2020. So you're still under the executive order right now in not getting the stamping. So you can go only after January, and that too if the executive order is not extended.
Okay. So it has to be under H1 to be exempted from that ban.
Right. But you were here on F1 visa on June 24th.
Right.
I have a very, thank you. Let's go to the next caller. In the meantime, no, not you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Nitya Garu, I have a very interesting question from Raghu Ram Burra.
Go ahead, sir.
Mute your TV, sir. Okay. I just want to answer this question, Raghuram. He has a very interesting question.
Go ahead.
What is the final action dates for the November visa bulletin and December visa bulletin? Man, let me tell you one thing though. Raghuram, I raise my hand and I tell you that I, Rahul Reddy, have gone wrong in predicting the priority dates more than anybody else in the world. If somebody wants to beat me, they have to prove it to me. So that's me. The best way to predict which ones is going to be, what's going to be final action dates, I will suggest you one thing. Get a parrot, get a cards, let them pick it up. Let's see how it goes on. That will be better than me. I mean, it's very tough. I tried to explain these things. I bought like 10,000 marbles with different colors. I tried to explain why we go wrong in getting the priority dates correct. Because it's very hard, very, very hard to explain it also. So Raghuram Garu, I please trust a parrot more than me.
All right, Raghuram Garu.
I would.
Start looking for a parrot right away, but I guess long story short is it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen. All right, Rahul Garu, let's go back to our caller here.
Sure.
Sir, please press *6 to unmute your line. This is with area code 315. All right, while he's doing that, I have a question from Hardik Gandhi. He says, can employees under Schedule A downgrade?
Hello?
Sorry, sir, go ahead. Yeah, we'll continue this question later, but go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, hi there. I'm with my current employer since February 2020, and my EB3 was filed with my previous employer, and my priority date is 2014 December. So I'm planning to move back to my previous employer and file 485 from there. And if at all, so I have to do everything before October 31st, right? Just
not needed.
Not
needed. You don't have to join before October 31st. They can file the adjustment of status. You can join later on also.
Okay, but they may not be willing to do that because it's a big company.
They have their own process. Yeah. If they have their own process, if they want to put the conditions, they're doing such benefit for you. Nothing wrong. I wouldn't blame them. You should follow the directions.
Okay. Yeah, but even if the other case, if I want to join before maybe October 15th and then do the filing, is that sufficient time for me to go back and do that? And is there any chance that the employer could object that because any other documents that he has to produce from his side?
The employer has his own rules, is that right? I mean, employer can put any condition though. Let's say, for example, you can't cite the law to an employer. Beef is legal in United States. It may be. I mean, it is. But if you're coming to my home and you want to bring a beef, and if I tell you that, sorry, sir, you can't bring the beef, you can't cite a law to me and tell me that the law says that beef is legal. It may be, but not in my home. So the company can impose extra restrictions than what the law says. That's up to them.
But they may ask me to approach directly the attorney, but what is that is required from the employer? Is that
there is nothing. There are two things. Are you downgrading and filing the adjustment of status? Or are you just filing the adjustment of status?
Same categories.
Same category. Only 485J supplement signature is required. Nothing else is required.
Okay.
Right,
okay. And that has to go by October 31st.
Right now, it seems that it is October 31st, though. But you never know. Maybe in November, the priority dates might still be the same. Then in case it will be November 30th.
Yeah. Okay. But I can still apply for adjustment of status and then rejoin the company. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, thank you so much for calling in. All right, let's go to our next caller, Rahul Garu.
Sure.
Hello. Sir, my phone unmute చేసుకోండి. Please press *6. This is for the number starting with area code 408. Hello. All right. Hello.
Hello.
Stefan,
Yeah,
sir.
go ahead, sir.
We can hear you. Please mute your TV also.
Yeah. Hey, Rahul.
Yes.
So I have a question like, what if I'm not able to apply within by October 31st? What will happen actually? So
If you don't apply by
will I be
October
able to apply that?
31st, then it depends on the priority date. If the priority dates are going to be current later on or not.
Okay.
And
What if it goes current?
If it is current for you in November also, you can file in November. If it's current in December, you can file in December. Why all people are rushing is that it's very hard to judge whether it's going to stay the same way in November. When somebody asked me to guess, I said, go find a parrot to guess it. So that's how the situation is. So that's the reason why people are rushing to file this application.
A very odd situation. Let's say, so suppose if I'm not able to file and then everything moves till next 2 years, will I be able to file after 1 or 2 years? Is that an option?
Yeah, it could be 1 or 2 years. It could be 10 years also.
Oh, okay. Still, I will be able to use that I-140 and to continue with mine.
Yeah, if you don't file right now, you wait until the priority date becomes next time, you can absolutely use it.
Okay. So you always say that there is a problem with missing the boat. Can you please explain it to what exactly the disadvantage is that?
What is mixing the boat?
Missing the boat.
Missing the boat.
Missing the boat. Right. So what you're telling right now is that if you don't file it right now, can you file it 2 years later on, 3 years later on, is that right? Yeah, but could that be 10 years? Could that be 10 years? It could be 10 years. That is.
So my question is like this. Let's say, suppose everything is current 1 year later. So if I apply,
how can you predict
next
it?
year,
How can you predict it? I don't know. So I'm very wrong in prediction, though. I told you that nobody can beat me in that I'm so wrong. So if you're going to tell that,
if it retrogresses back, then only it will be a problem. But otherwise,
absolutely, as long as it stays as it is, it's not a problem. If it retrogresses, it is a problem.
Even if it goes forward also, it's not a problem.
Of course, it's not a problem. If it's going backward, it's a problem.
Sir, I guess long story short
just because I'm not. One quick
sir,
question.
I'm so sorry. We're going to have to take our other callers. We have about 80 other callers waiting. So we can take this offline, or we can always discuss this next week. But I appreciate you calling in, and we will talk to you soon again.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Right,
thank you for that.
Bye. All right, let's go to our next caller. All right, sir, area code 815. Please press *6 to unmute your line. All right.
The question I have it from YouTube viewer. What if the caller is on? Okay.
Hello, sir. Sir, area code 917. Hear you now. So please press *6 to unmute your line. Area code 917.
Hello.
Stephen, sir, please go ahead.
Hi, Nitya garu.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Rahul garu.
Hi.
Go ahead, sir.
Rahul garu, na peru Mahesh andi. Sir, nadi August 16, sir. Na priority date.
Which year?
August 2016.
Okay, thank you. August 2016. Okay. Well.
Okay, so
don't tell me to predict.
Employer move. No,
tell me
no,
to predict
it's not
the numbers.
Okay. I know you. Okay. I know you went 100,000 times wrong.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Sir, employer B move ayanu. So employer B is right now applying for my term process. So me suggestion, if you or me,
EB3 చేయమంటారా, EB2 చేయమంటారా?
Again, the same thing. Comes to the same thing. You declared that you declared that you're a witness that I went 10,000 times wrong. But let me go 10,001 time wrong. Okay, I will go with EB3.
Yes, sir.
I'll go with EB3.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, having said
EB3
that, you can do one thing though. Okay. You can get the labor certification qualified for EB2. Okay. You can get qualified for EB2. File a EB3. And when the priority date becomes current for EB2, you can upgrade it without any problem. But when you do the documentation for EB3, you can't upgrade it to EB3 automatically. But when you do the documentation from EB2, you can do EB3 and then you can have EB2 also.
Okay, I'll listen to this one more time, Andy. Sir, my question మీరు ఇందాక మిస్ ద బోట్ చాలా క్లారిటీగా ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు. వాట్ ఇఫ్ లైక్ ఇప్పుడు EB2 నుంచి EB3కి డౌన్ గ్రేడ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు అని చెప్పారు. మీరే మీ వీడియో చూసాము. సపోజ్ 140K ఉన్నాయనుకోండి గ్రీన్ కార్డ్స్, 200K మెంబర్స్ అప్లై చేశారు అనుకో. సపోజ్ డౌన్ గ్రేడెడ్ ప్లస్ EB3 బికమ్ 200K. వాట్ హ్యాపన్స్ టు దట్ రిమైనింగ్ 60K పీపుల్?
There are chances that these people will upgrade again. There is something called interfiling. There's another secret there. I don't want to reveal it right now. There is something called interfiling and you can upgrade it using the EB2. There'll be a lot of switching going back and forth though.
Okay.
As I suggested though,
next boat కోసం వెయిట్ చేస్తారా సార్? లేకపోతే
మీకు సజెషన్ చెప్పినట్టు మీరు ఒకటే లేబర్ తోటి మీరు 2 I-140s అప్రూవ్ చేసుకొని 2 ఇట్లా పెట్టుకొని ఏది అడిగితే అది ఇవ్వండి. నేను ఇంతకుముందు చెప్పిన కదా మీరు లేబర్ సర్టిఫికేట్. Absolutely. Lot of people ask, are you downgrading? Technically speaking people are having two I-140s at the same time. Nothing wrong. Using the same labor certification, you file an EB3, you get an approval, but if the qualification is for EB2, you file an EB2, then you keep both the things ready. Which ones you want to. So it is like this. You can climb 100 floors in 1 hour. Okay, let's assume that.
Yes.
Now the question is that once you have that qualification, we get a certificate saying that this guy climbed 100 floors. Fine, you are in EB2. Then let's get another certificate. You have to pay for it. Everything you have to pay. Now let's get another certificate. This guy can climb 50 floors. So you have both. So when they say we need 50 floors guy, you use the EB3. When they say they want 100 floors one, you do use the EB2. You can do so, absolutely no problem. We have done that for Chinese nationals many times. Look into the history. Chinese nationals have that kind of thing before. Indians are the first time we are facing.
రైట్ సార్, మీరు మిస్ ద బోట్ అన్నారు కదా. సో సపోజ్ October 31st కల్లా 200K అప్లికేషన్స్ వచ్చినాయి అనుకోండి.
You already missed the boat.
140 they can submit it. No, I'm not in the boat. Just this is a normal question.
Yeah.
Suppose if 200K applications came in to USCIS, but only we can allocate 140K, what happens to that remaining 60K people who applied but they are in the boat but they don't know the destination?
Right. It's not going to be 60,000. It could be more. The reason is that not 100. The total allocated figure is 250s, right? I mean, there is still a per country limit. You're forgetting about that. Is that right?
Yes,
for the other country nationals, dates have not moved that much. Only for Indian nationals, waiting period has moved. So all these people will be there for a long period of time. How long? Remember, I told you the 1996 people had to wait until 2001. The 2001 people have to wait until 2007 to get their green cards. 2007 people got in 2012. 2012 people are still not getting it right now. They're still in the boat. They haven't reached the other end. So all these people who are filing for adjustment of status right now, don't assume that they will get a green card in 1 or 2 years. They'll be there in a boat. They're expected to be in a boat for a long period of time.
All right.
While in both, they are in H1, sir, or they are in EAD?
They can be an EAD. Most of the people choose to go an EAD. That's a luxury they have.
Okay.
Going to EAD is a luxury they have. Their wives will have an EAD. They have a more flexibility in the job. There's much different. I mean, just the filing fees itself is $6,000 to file a H-1B extension nowadays.
All right. So we'll have to cut this call short right now. But thank you so much.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Okay. All right, Rahul Garu, let's take our next caller. Hello. Sir, area code 614. Please press *6 to unmute yourself. All right.
I have a good question from this guy, Sandeep Singh Hanza from YouTube has this question. I'm in India currently under EB3. Is council processing suggestible or should I go for his priority date is EB3 and his priority date is October 2011. You can do consular processing, but consular processing is going to take 2 to 3 years. And the other thing is that for you to get a green card in India, the final action date has to be current. So the practical thing would be that you apply for an H-1B, you come here into the United States, you apply for the adjustment of status. That is the best thing you can do. The consular processing may not be of that good help for you. You can try, make an attempt, but I would still suggest that you come back here and file adjustment of status.
All right. Let's take our next caller, Rahul Garu.
Sure.
Hello, sir. Area code 408. Please press *6 to unmute your line.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, hello, sir. I have 2 questions. The first question is, let's say, actually right now, if my old employer agrees, I'm going to file I-485 because I'm with my current employer and they're trying to file my perm process in next 2 weeks. So I'm planning to continue this because right now, immediately I cannot join my previous employer. If my previous employer agrees, can I actually join them after EAD? If I convince, I don't know in that scenario, but I'm just asking if that is possible. If I can join them later, and meanwhile my current employer process goes on. Let's say after 6 months, once my perm gets approved, if let's say the dates are current, can I file I-485, new I-485 with my current employer, or is there any chance that I can transfer I-485 from my previous employer to this one?
If you joining your previous company or not will completely depend on your previous company. If they would allow to file the adjustment of status without you joining, if they allow you to keep continuing working where you are, will be completely upon the old company. But let me tell you one thing though. Assuming that you file an adjustment of status, whether you join the previous company or not, are you in EB3 or EB2? You are downgrading yourself?
EB2 March 2011.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you're not downgrading. So if you file an adjustment of status with the previous company, you don't join the company. And if it passes on, 6 months passes on. After 6 months, it passes on. You can have your current company, okay? You can have your current company file a 485J supplement.
Oh,
even
okay.
Yeah.
So, oh, nice.
You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to. But they should not withdraw the offer, though.
Oh, okay. So irrespective of my perm approval status or not, if I'm filing I-485 with my old employer right now, after 180 days, I should be able to file I-485J with my current employer to transfer over.
That's right. That's right.
Oh,
because
wow.
the offer has to be open for you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. But does it have any implication if, let's say, I don't work with my old employer in these 6 months?
It depends on, as I said to you, that it's on the company thing. If they allow you, that's up to the company. It's completely up to the discretion of company. If they want to, they don't want to.
Okay,
if they
but
say,
in
hey,
the green card process, yeah.
Green card allows you
Okay.
to stay where you are. It's just the offer of employment should be there, and offer of the employment is there. You don't actually have to work for the company while in the process. If the offer exceeds after 6 months, you file adjustment of status. Now you're independent. You're fine.
Okay, but there is no mandatory rule that I should go back to my old company and work in
that will be up to the, I just discussed. It's up to the company.
Got it.
Thank you very much.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much, sir. It's really helpful.
Sure.
Thanks for
Sure.
Thank you so much for calling in. All right, Rahul, let's take our next caller.
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, sir. Area code 646. Please press *6 to unmute your phone line. Area code 646. Hello?
It's one question, very good question. Kinar Kumar Katta from YouTube is asking,
okay.
Is downgrade process a new I-140 application or amendment to the old I-140 application? Good question. It's a new I-140 application. It's not an amendment. Amendment is when your company name changes, some of the tax ID number changes, you amend it. This is actually, you have two, EB2 and EB3, both will be there. It's not that you're defeating the previous one.
Right.
Your caller is up?
Yeah. Hello, sir. Sir, area code 479. Me phone unmute cheskondi. Please press *6 to unmute your line. All right. I think we'll just take the next caller in the meantime. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah,
Go
ahead, sir.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Hello. Sir, I have a question, sir. So I have an offer from a company, right? They're about to file my H-1B transfer, right? And my current employer is ready to downgrade my EB3. Would there be any problem if my new company that I'm looking for file the H-1B transfer?
If they file the H-1B transfer, there's no problem. But are you going to be joining that company?
What I was thinking, once 485 is approved, thought of joining the new company.
Forget about approval. Don't even think of this approval for the next 2 years.
At least. I mean, after 6 months of 485.
Right. Are you downgrading, or are you just filing adjustment of status?
Downgrading.
I also would like you to wait for the I-140 approval. I would recommend that you do convert into it, but you have to wait at least 6 months. And I strongly recommend to wait until the I-140 approval comes in too. Both need to occur, not one.
Sorry, sir, could you repeat that once?
Both I-140 need to be approved, and 180 days have to be passed after you file it. Yeah.
Okay.
Since you're filing right now.
Do you think there will be a problem with the new H-1B transfer?
No, H-1B transfer, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're spending the money, but is it used? No, it's not just because you filed a H-1B transfer. As long as you don't join the company, you're good.
Okay. That's what I just want to make sure, sir.
Yeah. Okay. There are a lot of questions, Nitya Garu, on the YouTube, especially about birth certificate.
Okay.
My birth certificate is not in English. What to do? You need to get it translated. You can translate yourself, but there is something called certificate of translation that need to be notarized if you are familiar with the language. Otherwise, you get it translated by and that translator has to do a notary. And the format of that certification is there at rnlawgroup.com. You go to birth certificate, birth affidavit. The content is there. You guys can get it done. A lot of people have this also questions. I see that is that Birth certificate, my last name is not there. It's okay. You can still use it. My name is not there in my birth certificate. Yes, it happens. I know I'm from India. I'm a lawyer in India too, licensed lawyer in India too. So my name is not there. If your name is not there in your birth certificate, get 2 affidavits. A format of that are there in rnlawgroup.com. There are some misspellings of my parents. It's okay. You can still file the adjustment of status. My parents' last name is not there. It's okay. You can still use it to file the adjustment of status. Go ahead with the caller, Nitika.
All right. Thank you, sir. Okay, let's just take our next call. Hello? Sir, area code 954. Please press *6 to unmute. Hello? All right. Hello?
Okay, you can still find it.
Please take your TV, mute your TV.
Okay, you can still use it to find it.
Sir, can you please... Area code 954. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Area code 954. Please press *6 to unmute. Hello? Area code 954, can you mute your TV channel? We're here. Hello? Okay. All right. While we're waiting for the next caller to come in, Rahul Garu, there's a question from Rohit Mongia. He says, what are the options for the folks whose I-140 is active and filing dates are current? The person is in India and not working with that employer. Can they still apply via consular processing if the employer is willing to apply?
They can apply for the consular processing, but they can convert into consular processing. But the whole process will take approximately 3 years. It takes about 2 years to get the I-824 and then about a year and a half after that to get the whole thing. So for that guy to wait for 3.5 years and the job offer still is there, the consulate will doubt lot many things. What I would suggest, even if you convert into consular processing, you can still come into United States on a H-1B and convert into an adjustment of status if the priority date is correct.
Okay, gotcha. Sir, we have a caller on area code 732. Sir, please mute your television if possible. We're ready to take your call. Just, sir, mute your TV, not your phone line. Please press *6 to unmute your phone line. Ma'am? Area
Hello?
code 732. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
I'm actually like, my priority date is Jan 2011. I'm an EB2. So right now, like, I left my company. I'm with employer B. So
Yikes.
am I eligible to file for 485 with my old employer? And will there be any problem like?
If the old employer is willing to, you can file the adjustment of status with the old employer.
Yeah. And do I need to be on the payroll, or like when should I join back my employer A, like old employer?
I would suggest to be on a defensive as soon as possible would be good. Do you need to do it before you file the adjustment of status? No, you don't need to. But I would recommend that you do it as soon as possible.
Like, do I need to wait until my EAD is approved? Is that a good scenario, or I need to go as soon as possible?
I would recommend still go as soon as possible. You can file a H-1B and go as soon as possible.
Yeah, thank you. One more thing is like, do we need to, like, while submitting the checklist, do we need to go for medicals or do we need to wait?
It depends on the lawyer. We are not suggesting people to get the medicals, but some of the lawyers, I don't know why they're insisting. They're insisting. I'm not telling that lawyer is wrong, but you can file the adjustment of status without medical. But it's up to you if you want something.
This, like, both my husband and my priority dates became current.
Ma'am, we have a lot of other people also waiting. So let's see if we can revisit this question of yours next week. But let's just take a few more calls before we have to sign out for the day.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day.
Thanks. All right, let's take our next caller, Rahul Garu. And in the meantime,
Sure.
there's also a viewer, Sapna Shah, who's asking for some clarification on the process for downgrading for Schedule A. She does say that she knows that there's a lot of people waiting to hear about it.
One problem with Schedule A is, I am not prepared to answer that question, is that Schedule A doesn't require a labor certification application. So when you file an I-140, there is a notice period, and that notice period is about 30 plus days for us to file an I-140. So downgrading might become a problem. That's my feeling. I would rather want you to check with one of my business partner who does this. You drop an email at Emily@RN Law Group. She would be able to guide you much better. But because of the lack of the labor certification, it becomes tough. And then there is you have to put in the notice board for 30 days, wait for 30 days. There is a 60-day cooling period before you file an I-140 application. And that is where the problem is coming for you to downgrade it. Yes, if you have that 60-day cooling period already done, then yes, you can downgrade it without much problem. Why do you have to downgrade it anyway? You can file another I-140, I mean, technically speaking of, because you're not even using the labor certification, because you don't need labor certification for Schedule A. Let's go to the next caller.
All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Sir, area code 618. We're ready for you. Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, sir. My name is Kumar. So my question is, me and my spouse both have I-140 approved on EB2 category, and now, but both of us are in 2013 priority date. So now I'm planning to actually downgrade my I-140 from EB2 to EB3, and parallelly, concurrently, I want to apply for 485. So later, when the final action dates, if the EB2 starts moving faster than the EB3, right? So am I eligible to use my wife's I-140, which is in EB2?
As long as you guys don't get married to EB3, it should not be a problem to file an adjustment of status with your wife's EB2 application. When I say marriage, I mean to say if you start using the EAD or advance parole, then you got married to it.
So you mean to say if I use the EAD and then that's when I cannot use my wife's EB2 I-140?
You can, but it's very tough. It takes, you have to get a H-1B, go get the stamping, come back. It's just very tough. Okay? But if you don't get married, you're fine. I mean, yeah, it's just like a girlfriend and marriage relationship. You know, it's easy. It may be easy to walk off, but it's very hard to walk off of a marriage. That's one. When you use the EAD, you practically are getting married to this application.
So, meaning the EB3 category 1.
You are right.
Okay. Got it. So, just one more question. So, if you do not have the birth certificate,
Sir, I'm really sorry to interrupt you. We have a lot more callers waiting. We just have to limit our questions to one per person at this time, but please feel free to call us back next week with any further questions that you may have. Thank you so much for your cooperation.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right, Rahul Garu, let's take our next caller, but we also have another question from one of our viewers, Aditya Prajapati. He says he has 2 I-140 approved in EB2 with the same employer, but for 2 different positions, one for a software developer and the other for a software manager. He says, can I use the software developer one for the EB2 to EB3 downgrade?
Downgrade. Yeah, he can.
Okay. All right. Long story short, you have your answer, Aditya.
He can.
All right. Let's go to our caller. Sir, hello, caller with the area code 608. Sir, me phone *6.
Hello.
Yes, hi, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Thanks for attending the question. So my question is, I'm right now employed with employer B, and my EB3 with priority date December 2014 is with my employer A. So the thing is, due to this employer change, I have missed the boat. I think probably I'll be missing the boat. So I just want to know, because in one of the forums I read that if I miss the boat, and if I fail to file the I-485 within 1 year, then I may not be able to get my further extensions of H1 extended.
Absolutely not applicable to you. Absolutely not applicable to you. Many reasons. One, it has to be continuously current. By the way, December 2014 is not current. It's only, let me look into it. Oh, no, it's not current. No, it's not. I'll tell you why. It's only January 15, 2010 right now. What we are looking is the filing charts. Filing chart is different, final action date. That rule is only applicable for the final action. And there are a lot of exceptions to it. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Because in USA, I thought I could use the filing date for the employment list.
But for that 1 year rule is for final action, not for the filing date.
Oh, okay, got it. So, so my other question is, like, if I stayed with my employer A, then will I be able to eligible for the filing the I-485 with my employer A?
But you're not with employer A right now.
Yeah, not right now. I'm just asking because I still have a chance to go back to employer A, right? Because it's been only a month since I left my employer A.
Oh, okay. Well, if the H-1B is not withdrawn, I-140 is not withdrawn, I will jump.
Yes.
I'll put the phone off right now and then go to the employer's, sit in front of the home. I'll try to wash his car and then try to get in.
Okay.
All right, sir. I'm so sorry to cut you short this week, but please feel free to call us back next week. Thank you. All right, Rahul Garu, let's take our next caller, but I also have a couple of other questions. Okay, let's finish up with our next caller. Sir, hello? This is area code 818. Please mute your television. Sir, TV
Hello?
mute. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, can you mute your TV?
Hello?
There you go.
Okay, it's muted.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Please.
Yes, we can hear you. Go, sir. Go ahead with the question, sir.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have a question. So, actually, my priority date is 2010 June, with the EB2. So my question is, my wife's both first and last names have changed at marriage. So, however, our marriage certificate has both the names before marriage and after marriage. So, how we can proceed on this one, sir?
On the passport, what's the name right now? Change name or the old name?
After marriage, the change name.
Well, you proceed with the after marriage name right now and file it. And I would also, because is this marriage happened in India or here?
India.
It's not customary in India to have the first name and last name both changed after the marriage, though. So I would also get a name change. Have we gone to the court and got the name change certificate in India?
No, we never got the name change certificate in India.
Because for the last name, you don't need any name change certificate, though. For the first name, according to the Indian law, you still need a name change. I may see to go to India and see if they can still get the name change there or maybe name change here to have officially having no problem with it. Because, you know, birth certificate will also have a different name. A lot of things will have a different name. So that will confuse a lot of systems.
We don't have the birth certificate, so we got the non-availability birth certificate.
Right now, right now, with what you have, you can file the adjustment of status without any problem.
Oh, so we can just
file. But later on, I would like you to get a name change either here. You can get it here too, name change certificate.
So yes, also we can get the name change certificate?
Yes, you can. You have to go to the federal court to get it.
Okay.
It's very easy. You can contact any lawyer. They will be able to do it.
Got it. Okay. So, and her birth certificate is also like it's a non-availability certificate. So we got it based obviously based on the before marriage name.
Okay.
So,
I would don't use the before birth non-availability right now. Just file it when the RFE comes in. Deal it at that time. Just file with affidavits. Don't use the non-availability certificate because you use the old name. It's confusing everybody here.
Oh, okay, but the marriage certificate is holding the old name also, the before marriage.
I got the point.
And
I got the point. I got the point. But normally for the officers, they don't understand the first name change that easily.
Okay.
It's not customary anywhere in India to have the first name changed at the time of marriage. That's the reason. Just file it with what you have. Just affidavits. You can deal that when getting an official name change certificate. That will take care of all the problems. Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Rahul Garu, we're just going to take a couple of questions from our Facebook viewers as well.
Sure.
This is from Shravanti Poduturi. I was with company A and got EB2 I-140 approved. So downgraded to EB3, and I'm not going to use the EAD now. I moved to company B, and can I apply again with either EB2 or EB3?
If you don't use the EAD, you can.
Okay. All right. Our next question is from Mr. Ramesh Kumar. He says, hi, Reddy Garu, my priority date is March 1st of 2015, and it's EB3. Can you please let me know if there will be any progress in the dates in the next few months? Here
Parrot. Yeah. Parrot. Buy a parrot. Go to the parrot guy in India. That guy will be much better than I do. The parrot will be better.
Okay. We also have a question from Srinivasa Reddy Vanavasam. Says that I'm on EB2 with priority date Jan 2014. If I downgrade and apply for an adjustment of status, can my son, who's going to be 18 in December 2020, going to get an EAD along with me and my wife?
He is going to get an EAD, Nitya Garu, but there is some major issue with this one. I would strongly recommend they should file the adjustment of status for the kid and also file the EAD. But there is something called 21 years of age. The age freezes when the priority date is current. But the problem right now is that when I say priority date current according to Child Protective State Act, the priority date current means that it has to be final action dates, not the cutoff, not the filing dates. What I recommend is that file the adjustment of status right now, and after this month, somewhere in November, December, I don't want this kid to ever use the EAD.
Right.
Ever use the EAD until the final action date becomes current. And until you check with a lawyer, don't let the kid use the EAD. The family has to maintain the non-immigrant visa until the final action. The easiest thing is right now, file the adjustment of status, consult a lawyer. Privately, don't even consult right now because all lawyers are full busy. Consult them in November or December. There's no hurry because by the time you're not getting a EAD anyway.
All right. Okay, Rahul, we have one more question. This is from Reshma Pavaskar. She says her EB2 priority date is May 5th, 2010. I'm working on applying for a 485. Can I apply it in premium? How can I get my GC faster? Will downgrading at some point help?
I do not. I already sent an email to her that no, she doesn't need to downgrade it because she's current. I strongly recommend not to downgrade Reshma. And also there is no premium processing for the 485 application. And even if there is a premium processing, you said your priority date is May 2010, is that right? That's what you said.
Probably.
Yeah. And unfortunately, it's not even current. They can't give her the green card even if miraculously there is a premium processing, which is not there. The priority date is not current to get a green card. It's only to put your foot inside the adjustment of status, but not to get the green card. Nitya Garu, I have to leave
Yes,
right now.
absolutely. Thank you so much, Rahul Garu. We really appreciate you staying on so long and answering all these questions. For our viewers and our callers, please know that we'll be back next week again. You can always call in and get your questions answered and get any clarity that you need. Rahul Garu, thank you so much for being here and for helping out so many people with their questions. I know
Sure.
you're busy at this time, but we really appreciate what you're doing for the community.
Thank you, Nitika. Thank you, Nitika.
TVATUSA viewers, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next week. Until then, please like, share, subscribe. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on BBTV, we're on SlingTV, we're on Dish Network, we are on the TVASIA TV as well. So please subscribe and join us for all of our programs, and we're going to have a great time. Thank you so much and have a great weekend. Bye.